Hello and welcome to a special edition of The Delayed Show, which we've written and filmed in a single day. You know, like a real show. I'm your host, Katie Phillipson, and this is the last thing I have to do to fulfill my contract with the mysterious woodland dwarf I encountered on a misty evening decades ago. Let's get to it, shall we?
Earlier this week.
Stormy Daniels' case against Trump has been halted while his personal lawyer is being investigated. Much like her relationship with Trump, Daniels stated that she's disappointing with the pace that things are going at. A lot of action, followed by long periods of inaction, and still no satisfying conclusion in sight. Gold spilled on a Russian airway after an airplane door malfunction. It's not the only golden substance that's been spilled on Russian soil. P-tape. Romaine lettuce has been linked to E. coli outbreaks in 16 states, which is very stressful because I don't eat enough vegetables to know what romaine lettuce looks like. Avengers: Infinity War came out this week. The Golden State Killer was identified this weekend as a former California cop. The current police chief said that finding out someone in a position of trust could betray that is absolutely unbelievable. Personally, I can't imagine a world where you can't trust cops because they might be violent. It seems like you might need a movement to protect marginalized populations or something. Huh.
Is it my turn yet?
Police say a Connecticut man robbed a bank in an attempt to impress Taylor Swift, and since she's run out of men in Hollywood, it worked easily. The third royal baby was born this week, which means that he is a Taurus, and according to our astrological expert Dylan, that means that he will, quote, have a long and rocky relationship with a Leo sometime in college. Despite doubling profits last year, Amazon has increased its Prime membership costs by 20%, proving that Jeff Bezos was a slick bastard at Monopoly growing up. Cops in Southeast Portland put an end to a Lego theft ring last week. It was a dangerous operation due to the plastic torture devices all over the floor, but officers managed to dismantle the ring piece by piece. Last Wednesday, LeBron James led the Cavaliers to a Game 5 victory over the Pacers, with an explosive performance, his most impressive since 2015's train wreck. It's time to crack down on juuling among teenagers, said FDA agents before getting beaten up behind the library by a pack of scrawny boys wearing Thrasher sweatshirts. The Los Angeles Zoo has a new exhibit where you can watch a pack of meerkats during breeding season, which is a great educational opportunity to bring together families and people who jerk off to meerkats. A couple obsessed with Delta themed their entire wedding around the airline most people refer to as a nightmare. Maybe if they had picked Southwest, it would have been better. In other unrelated news, a passenger on a Southwest flight is suing the airline after surviving an emergency landing where one of the other passengers died, traumatizing the woman now suing the airline. Maybe if she had picked Delta, it would have been better. A Pittsburgh gay bar scrapped a Führer Festival drag night that they were going to hold on Hitler's birthday, ultimately deciding that it was not alt-right. A man named Scott Purdy dumped his girlfriend of 6 months and now is saying that he is attracted to men after taking painkillers. Makes sense. Now that he can't feel his asshole getting ripped, sex with other men must be much more enjoyable. A woman in New York mistook a raccoon for a tiger. Yet another example of unrealistic beauty standards for raccoons, who are just trying their best. Apple is working on a powerful new headset for AR and VR. I knew my head was feeling funny earlier.
Yo, are you done yet?
Kazakhstan is changing its alphabet from Cyrillic to Latin, bringing on an 8,000% increase in MSU's esteemed Kazakh language program. NASA is facing setbacks on their Mars mission as their heat shield is cracking under pressure faster than the MSU administration. The NFL draft is this weekend, where a bunch of 20-year-old men will become instant millionaires. And my college graduation is next weekend, where my net worth will become negative $80,000. And speaking of graduation, not yet. All right, so Beaumont. I've always loved comedy, especially comedy news. I think it's a really important intersection of entertainment and education, so much so that I am currently procrastinating writing my capstone paper on comedy news. I joined Beaumont as a freshman, and I'm thankful every day that I did. When I first got here, I didn't feel at home in Michigan, or at MSU, or in James Madison, and it wasn't until I got behind this desk when I felt like I had a place here. And of course, the person sitting next to me became one of the most important people in my life. I have no bad memories in this studio. Every single shoot has been so much fun. And I'm only a little sorry to all the directors who had to remind me so many times to be quiet on set because the camera ops, the floor director, and my co-hosts were all cracking me up. I'm not exaggerating when I say that every person in Beaumont is hilarious. Every year when people would graduate, I would think to myself, what are we going to do without them? But then every year new members would come and join, and after a couple weeks I would think, what did we ever do without them? Each and every one of you has brought so much to the show in your own unique way, and I am so thankful that I got to be a part of that with all of you. You are all talented, hilarious, hardworking, and kind. And as sad as I am that I'm leaving, I'm so happy that my favorite part of MSU is going to be in the hands of such lovely, capable people. And I hope that saying goodbye to the show doesn't mean saying goodbye to all of you. Past and present, thank you to all the members of the Beaumont Bulletin. It's been an honor to have been the face of all your hard work for the past 3.5 years. For the last time, I'm your host, Katie Phillipson, signing off. Really? I think so too.